Hey there, this is Nick with the Michael Stanley Makerspace at the Chesapeake Arts Center. I'm coming at you from our In Construction STEAM Lab. Today, we're going to be making these Scribblebot projects. This is a little STEAM project that goes over elements like science, technology, and engineering. And we also get a little bit of art in there because the Scribblebot actually draws for us. For this project, you'll need a plastic cup, a AA battery holder and battery, a DC motor, 3 markers, tape, a washer or nut, and googly eyes. First, we're going to unroll a length of tape and tear it. We're then going to take our eccentric weight for our Scribblebot, which in this case is going to be this small nut. You could use a nut, a washer, or really any small but heavy object. We're going to take it and put it all the way at one end of our piece of tape and push it down. You're then going to take your DC motor. This little shaft here is going to go right in the center of our piece of tape. We're going to fold that tape over. This is going to create a flag where our motor shaft is the flag pole and the weight is over at the edge of the flag. Go ahead and crease it down. When you're done, it should look like this. Now we can move on. We're going to take these little copper ears that are on either side of our motor, and we're going to fold those up a little bit so that we have easier access to them. We're then going to take our battery holder and strip the ends so that the wire is exposed. Then we're going to route those wires through the 2 ends of our motor terminals that we just folded up. So the red can go in one side, try to thread it through, and then wrap it around so it's nice and tight. We want to keep constant contact between this wire and the terminal. So go ahead and loop it around a few times and then kind of crease it down so that it's always going to be touching that terminal. Make sure there's a firm connection. Now you can take your black wire and put it in the other terminal. It does not matter whether the red or black wire is in the left or right terminal. You just want to make sure that one goes to each. We're again going to go ahead and crease that down, make sure that we get firm contact. That's looking good. We've now finished the basic harness for all of our electronics in this assembly. Next, we're going to take our DC motor and place it on top of the cup that's going to be the body of our Scribblebot. We want this motor shaft and our flag to hang off the edge so that they can spin freely. Once we've got that placement down, we're going to go ahead and take another length of tape and fix our motor to the top of our cup. As a little tip, whenever we're taping something down like this for this project, we're going to try to crease the edges in to the sides. So we crease them in to make sure that it's as sturdy as possible. So we want it to look like that. We're going to take our finger and go ahead and crease in those edges and fold the tape over. Crease in on the other side and fold the tape over. You want to make sure that your motor is far enough off the edge that the flag is spinning freely. If you think it's necessary, you can take another piece of tape and go ahead and reinforce that fixture, just like this. Same process, crease it in on both sides. We just want to get this motor nice and locked down here so it doesn't vibrate too much. Now we're going to take the battery holder. We're also going to tape this to the top of our cup. I like having the wires that link our motor to our battery holder lay down on the side of the cup, and we can tape those down for security later. So get another length of tape. This time, we're going to run that length of tape through the center of our battery holder. We want to make sure that it's creased down into the pocket of the battery holder so that it doesn't keep the battery from seating all the way in. Fold it over like that, so it's in the bed of the battery holder. And then we can go ahead and tape it to the top of our cup. Again, crease around the edges, make sure everything's secure. We want this to be as sturdy as possible. All right, that looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and take a second piece of tape. We're just going to nail down those little wires on the side so that they aren't hanging loose. At this stage, I'd recommend trying to put your battery in and making sure that all your connections are functioning. So the negative flat side of our battery is going to go against the spring in the battery holder. And as we can see, the core mechanics of our Scribblebot are working. Next, we're going to be moving on to the legs of our Scribblebot, which are these markers. When laying out the placement of the markers, we want to make sure that the cap lies below the rim of the cup. This is going to make sure that we can easily pull the caps off of the markers when it's time for our Scribblebot to draw. Go ahead and lay your cup on the side. Get out a length of tape. Get a nice long piece of tape. Place your marker. Put one piece of tape near the rim. We're again going to crease around the sides of the marker to make sure it's nice and tight to the cup. And then push down the rest of your tape. We want 2 pieces of tape on each marker, one towards the rim and one at the bottom of the marker to make sure that they stay stable when it's time for our Scribblebot to start drawing. Put your tape on, crease it down, and push the rest of the tape down. We're going to repeat the same process with all 3 of our markers to give the Scribblebot 3 legs. Once that's all done, look over your whole project and make sure you pat down any tape that's loose, reinforce everything you need to. If you have to put an extra piece of tape somewhere, now's the time to do it before we bring our Scribblebot to life. Get out a piece of paper for your Scribblebot to draw on. Then we're going to go ahead and carefully, gently take off all 3 caps. Set your Scribblebot down, and then we're going to carefully put in our battery. Your Scribblebot is going to draw all sorts of different patterns, and the exact way that you made your Scribblebot is going to decide what unique patterns it draws. Compare your Scribblebot to your friend's Scribblebot, to your parents, or anybody else that's made one. Hope you had fun making these Scribblebots with us today. I'd like to invite you over to our STEAM lab at the Chesapeake Arts Center right here in Brooklyn Park. Every Monday and Thursday afternoon, we run a STEAM Try It class where we do projects like this. We'd love to see your Scribblebots, so go ahead and ask your parents to tag us on social media at Chesapeake Arts Center, and we'll see you soon.